Hi Henry. So today's story is Iron Man. Excuse me. By Marvel. And you can see it's got Freddie's name because he likes this book so much. And this is the one that he took into school on World Book Day. So here we are. This is Tony Stark. Tony is usually a regular guy as you or me, but with a lot more money. When Tony puts on his special armour, he becomes more powerful than most people. He even calls himself something different when he puts his armour on. Because when it's on, Tony is the invincible Iron Man. But Tony wasn't born a superhero, and he hasn't always fought to protect the people. But with villains on the loose, such as Titanium Man and Ironmonger, would both use Tony's technology for their own evil purposes, Tony feels it's his responsibility to stop them. But if you really want to know how Iron Man was born, we need to start with the man behind the mask. We need to start with Tony. Tony had so much money that he could go anywhere he wanted. So he was super, super, super rich. He loved to have fun, and he loved the finer things in life. See, look, he's got his private jet, going on lots of holidays, eating out in fancy restaurants. But Tony also worked hard. He was a brilliant inventor. He knew all sorts of things about science. He loved to work with magnetic fields. Using them, he created a powerful energy force that he called repulsor technology. There he is working in his lab. The military was interested in Tony's work. In fact, it was in a secret army lab that Tony's life was forever changed. An enemy army had attacked, and Tony was badly hurt. Since Tony was famous, he was recognized right away. The enemy knew all about his inventions. They tossed him in a prison room filled with electronic and mechanical equipment. They wanted him to create a mighty weapon for them. To make things worse, before the enemy left the tiny cell, they told Tony that his heart had been hurt in the blast. He did not have much longer to live. There he is, being put into his prison cell. Tony soon found he was not alone in the cell. The enemy had captured another famous scientist, Professor Yinsen. The enemy wanted the two men to work together on the great weapon. But Professor Yinsen had other ideas. He knew a way to keep Tony alive. That's the two men together. The two men worked tirelessly to create something that would save Tony's life and at the same time help them escape the prison. Finally, the men completed the device. From now on, Tony would always need to wear on his chest to keep his heart beating. But that wasn't all they had created. Using Tony's repulsors, they had built boots that could help a man fly, gloves that could crush steel, and a helmet that could protect a man from the most terrible blast. Tony put on the armour. There's the boots, the gloves, and the helmet. So he put on the armour and proved that no walls could hold the Iron Man. There he is, breaking out of prison. It wasn't long before the enemy realised they were fighting a losing battle. Look how strong Iron Man is. Having escaped from prison and saved Professor Yinsen, Tony flew back home. But almost as soon as he got there, he realised that he could now help where others couldn't. Tony to the rescue. He was strong, unstoppable, fighting, maybe a little too frightening. So Tony had an idea. Tony thought that Iron Man needed something as smooth and stylish as he was. He needed to create a lighter suit. All he needed was for his chest plate to remain attached. Everything else could be changed. Tony perfected his armour. So look, this is where it changes into the fancy red and gold outfit that we know. And the invincible Iron Man was born again. Oh, look at that snazzy outfit. And as Iron Man, Tony never stops fighting. He protects people at home and all around the world. And when he's not fighting for justice as Iron Man, whew, look at that, flying through the sky. He's so cool. Tony runs his company, Stark Industries. That's Tony sat in his office. Stark Industries may need Tony to be a businessman, but with new villains attacking every day, the world needs Tony to be Iron Man.